Good evening and happy Tuesday as we welcome you into the Darcy Dome as it has been dubbed, as the South Webster Jeeps are set to take on the Wheelersburg Pirates in what will more or less be the SOC3 title game here tonight. Dewey Daly along with Shane Combs as we welcome you into tonight's coverage. And Shane, 5-set match the last time around. At one point, South Webster, after 3, leading 2-1. A dominant Wheelersburg push allowed them to end up winning 3-2 to finish out the 5-set match. As I said, SOC3 title match coming up in just a few minutes.
Well, yes, first of all, I've been looking forward to this one for a while. When you put it on our schedule, I certainly put a big star next to it. I mean, this matchup's become, kind of the league showdown and really even kind of the Southeast District, almost regional level showdown, right? I mean, where these programs have started to get the last couple years against each other. Young ladies on both sides have done a lot of winning, not just in volleyball, but really in all sports. And you can just kind of see it in the competitive juices when you watch them play. And I know you and I had a chance to follow them throughout last year, and I've been doing it again this year. Really looking forward to what we're in store for tonight.
Both teams drawing the number 1 seed in their respective divisions. Shane, this is a matchup that we potentially could have seen for a third time come tournament time in years past. Now with the new division system, Wheelersburg resides in Division 5, whereas South Webster in Division 6. Both number 1 overall seeds.
Well, no surprise there, and it's kind of nice, throughout the different divisions of the SOC, Side of Valley Conference, some of those different things. Anytime you get to divide up in divisions, you don't have to beat up on each other. The brackets come out, and so many times a really, really good league, you end up running into each other in a district semifinal or district final. It's kind of a nice showcase for the league, if you will, to kind of get into the postseason, go their separate ways. Wouldn't surprise me at all if you would see both of these particular teams back to the Sweet 16 once again.
Wheelersburg comes into tonight with an overall record of 18-2, an undefeated 9-0 in SOC3 play. They've had a lot of trouble in Pickaway County, Shane. Both of their losses in straight sets against Circleville and Westfall.
Well, yeah, and again, obviously we know how good Circleville is. You and I are going to get a chance to see them later in the week, and really, really good league up there this year in the Mid-State League. And then you mentioned Westfall. Again, any Side of Valley Conference volleyball team, it's been proven over the last 30 years, going to fare quite well throughout the Southeast District. So some of that's good because it battle tests. It gets you ready for nights like tonight and things that they're going to face here in the next couple weeks into the tournament trail.
And for South Webster, the only blemish on their record up to this point in the season, Wheelersburg the first time around. Since that loss to Wheelersburg, 24-1 in sets played.
Well, that's just outstanding. And again, they've certainly been tested a couple times, but sometimes, you mentioned it a second ago with Wheelersburg, sometimes when you come up on the short end, that stings a little bit, but it also kind of refocuses you and kind of gets you reset on the goals. So I'm sure they've talked about everything they've wanted to accomplish is still right out in front of them in terms of league title and then all the tournament success as well. So emotional senior night ceremonies here just before we come on the air. This place is really, really packed. It's going to be a great atmosphere, and I think that'll really, really be something that Wheelersburg's got to settle into here on the road.
And Shane, I believe my math was correct on this, so I'll go ahead and share the stat. Both teams with 20 matches played. Obviously, Wheelersburg sitting at 18-2, 9-0 in the SOC3. South Webster 19-1, 8-1 in the SOC3. South Webster with more sets won and less sets lost over the course of the season. As it stands, South Webster 59-9, Wheelersburg 54-15. And for within the SOC, South Webster sits at 24-5, whereas Wheelersburg 27-8.
Well, I certainly won't take the calculator out and test you at all. I'll get and take your word for it. But no, in all seriousness, what you're saying there, again, is the combination of being tested, yet the combination of dominating those tests. I mean, it's impressive up and down, because you look at the non-league schedule of these two programs, it's not like they're out just playing, anybody. They're out playing some really high-level competition. You mentioned Westfall. I know Adina was in there for South Webster earlier in the year, different things there. So, yeah, it's It is. It's domination, and there's good and bad to that, because sometimes what happens is when you get into one of those 5-set thrillers like these two particular teams played the first time, have you been there before? Well, now the answer is yes, and it'll be interesting to see how that ends up playing into tonight, but maybe even more so as they get down into a district or regional level match where they got to dig down deep in that 4th or 5th set.
Shane, one more bit before we send it to a quick break. These two teams represent the last 5 conference titles in what used to be the SOC2, now transitioned into the SOC3 in 2020. 2022, it was a split between the two teams. In 21 and 23, South Webster took the outright title. As it stands here in 2024, Berg currently stands alone in first place.
Well, first, there's 2 thoughts on that. Number one, I give a tip of the cap to the SOC, because I think what's happening throughout the Southeast District is we're obviously coming up on some enrollment discrepancies and things like that, and those things are real, and it's really hard to balance. So I give the SOC credit for at least being willing to change and to be kind of creative. But then, as you said, what it also does is it kind of highlights certain sports and certain programs. When it comes to volleyball, I think it's pretty safe to say that Wheelersburg for a long, long time, and then certainly this South Webster group in recent years is certainly setting the standard.
Jeeps and Pirates coming up next right here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student-athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week, presented by Willie & Son Trucking, each week at sosaohio.com.
Caleb Williams has transferred to Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This burger's my inspiration, and I just hope to inspire you.
Oh, you have inspired us.
Thought we were doing names on the headband.
Get it together.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
We welcome you back to the Darcy Dome here at South Webster High School. Shane, we were talking over the break about these are two teams we saw at the district stage a season ago down in Tigertown. Obviously, we saw South Webster move on to the regional final. Don't believe they're going to have to deal with Meadowbrook this year, so a regional title may be a little more realistic than in years past, as Meadowbrook has been extremely dominant in what was Division III. I believe they're in Division IV now with the likes of Fairfield Union, Logan Elm, and those types of schools.
Well, we talked about it in that first segment. I think it's going to be interesting to see all of these elite programs that we've been watching beat up on each other spread out and have their opportunities at some significant postseason success.
Going to go ahead and take a quick break for the playing of the national anthem here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we live in the greatest country in the world with freedoms like no other. Please stand for the singing of our national anthem by our select sound.
Glo Fiber is now in Ohio. And with gig speed fiber internet, we're keeping things real. As in real, reliable speeds. Real people who really want to talk to you. Not to mention, real simple pricing. Switch to Glo Fiber today to get real fast, real reliable fiber internet and your first month free. Glo Fiber is here. Welcome to Glo-Hio. Call 1-833-WANT-GLO or visit glofiber.com to switch today.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at Ohio Health.
First serve between the South Webster Jeeps and Wheelersburg Pirates, moments away here from the Darcy Dome. Shane, some players for either side coming into tonight that you have circled on your spotter chart.
Kinds of talent up and down the roster on both sides. I think, as you know from calling some volleyball with me, I have a tendency to look at things from the setter position out. You know, it's a situation. It's kind of like the quarterback, the point guard, however you want to look at it. And both of these offenses go about it on a 5-1 attack over on the South Webster side with Sidney Kessler Jr. and then also a junior over on the Wheelersburg side with Ella Chamberlain. And both of them are up around 10 assists per set played, and it's outstanding the way they quarterback it all. Obviously, it starts with a good pass, and you got to have a hitter to put it away. And both of these teams have plenty of all of that. But in that 5-1 attack, it's that setter making the decision there in the middle. So if I were to stretch down the roster a little bit, obviously last year as a sophomore, now a junior, Addie Claxton, we're in the different collar jersey there for the Jeeps. She's outstanding. And then Gracie Perkins across the front row for Wheelersburg. The 6'1 senior, the only senior on the Wheelersburg side. Those are just a few of many names I'm sure we'll talk about and highlight throughout the next hour or so.
And Shane Kessler, of course, the player we saw come on late in the year to give what was senior Bella Claxton more opportunities on the outside.
Yeah, last year going with more of the 6'2 attack. And, you know, obviously anytime you have someone that can hit the ball like that, you're going to utilize the 6'2 to give that particular talent some swings. This year they moved to the more traditional 5-1 there, and you'll see 3 hitters coming when she's setting out of the back row, and then when she's setting in the front row, she'll be live, and she'll have 2 hitters with her. I would also throw in the lefty senior Mia Crum is someone that I know from throughout her career playing here on her senior night. I know she'll be pretty fired up and ready to go.
Relatively young Wheelersburg Pirates team, just 1 senior along with 5 juniors and 2 sophomores. Shane, a lot coming back next year for the Pirates.
Well, and really a lot coming back from last year. Remember, we highlighted that. So we were saying last year that so many of the Pirates will be 2 years back, and here we are now. We're sitting here tonight at the end of the year with Gracie Perkins, as we said, the only senior. So this is a group on both sides that they certainly have done a lot of winning.
So it'll be the junior Grace Woodward to get us going here tonight. SOC3 title on the line, underway from South Webster. Kelser going to the outside for Schubert. Kept alive for the Pirates. Now Perkins the other way, back to South Webster. From the attack line, Michaela Rayner, a roll shot back over to the Pirates. Now Chamberlain. Free ball over by Mullins now. Kessler. Over with 2 hands, and it's spiked right back down by Gracie Perkins.
Yeah, good back and forth action the first set. Obviously, these 2 teams know each other really, really well. Just kind of settling into the match and getting the nerves under control.
Woodward serves it away once again. Kessler brings it back to the middle of the floor. Left-handed Mia Crum gets the kill, and we're evened up at 1 apiece.
It's interesting to watch the lefty out of the middle. It's a little the traditional right-hander coming at the setter, getting on top. The lefty kind of comes across the body.
Bria Schubert serves it away for the Jeeps. Chamberlain back sets for Perkins, who tips it over with 1 hand. Kessler near side. It's spiked down by Michaela Rayner.
Yeah, Rayner, the senior outside hitter, just gets an open net there and swings away.
Schubert back to the service line once again as she sails it over the back line on the other side. That'll even it up at 2 apiece.
Yeah, serves it long. Sometimes that's just the juices of this type of atmosphere, getting that heart rate under control.
The junior setter Ella Chamberlain serves it away for the Pirates. From the attack line, Michaela Raynard unable to get it up over the net. Pirates take a 3-2 lead here in set 1.
Yeah, get a little predictable there. That's where you're able to get Perkins to the outside and really set the big block. That's where you got to pass it on target and get multiple hitters coming on the attack.
Chamberlain to serve once again. Tight to the net, Kessler right down the middle. Kept alive by the Pirates as Perkins sends it back over to the Jeeps now. Raynard down the line as she sails it over the back line. 4-2 Pirates.
Yeah, great job of just Wheelersburg keeping the ball off the floor.
Third consecutive serve for Chamberlain now. Overpass on the serve receive as Gracie Perkins spikes it right back down.
Perkins does such a good job. That's already her second time early in the match here where she goes up on the overpass and takes two hands and just throws it down into the open court.
Fourth serve for Chamberlain. Kessler to the outside for Mia Crum. A dig from Lainey Walker in the front row. Free ball back over by Woodward. Kessler down the middle for Crum, who gets the kill.
Yeah, I mentioned with Crum and as the lefty, coming out of what would normally be considered opposite or weak side, backside, whatever you want to call it, that's more of her strong side coming in as a lefty, but she hits out of the middle so much, so it's interesting to see how good a job Kessler does to put that ball right where she wants it.
Sydney Kessler serves it away and out of bounds. That'll hand it right back to the Pirates, 6-3.
Yeah, 2 service errors for the Jeeps here in the early going.
Now the junior libero Miley Gleam back to serve. Kessler goes to Raynard on the outside. She's blocked at the net. And Shane, it looks like they may have ruled no touch, so when the ball comes back and the touch is there by Raynard, it'll be the 4th of the rally. (7-3) Pirates here in set 1. From the attack line, a roll shot from Crum. Down the line, Alyssa Mullins, her first kill of the night.
Yeah, big time swing from Mullins and an outstanding set there. Chamberlain shows off her great vision, her great hands. You know, a lot of times what's happening is when that pass is on target, the setter's peeking to see the block, and she was able to get her hitter an open net there.
Kessler goes to Raynard once again on the outside. She gets the kill.
Much better tempo. You've seen the 2 or 3 times that Michaela's been able to get an open net out there. She's been able to put a good swing on it and not have the double block right on top of her.
Now the senior Mia Crum serves it away. Chamberlain to the outside for Mullins. Takes a bit off of it and tips it over the Jeeps now. From the attack line, Raynard finds a hole in the defense and sticks it in. 8-5, Wheelersburg.
Yeah, 3 kills for Raynard here early on. She, that time, after swinging hard 2 times, she takes a little something off and finds the hole.
Serve from Crum once again. Second touch by Chamberlain, a roll shot from Alyssa Mullins from the attack line as she sails it over the service line. Third consecutive serve for Mia Crum now.
And again, 3 of the 9 points there just off of serves going long. I do think they're trying to serve deep to try to look at some things, but at the same time, you can't help but wonder if they're not pumped up a little bit.
Alyssa Mullins serves it away for the Pirates. Down the line, Raynard to swing. She'll get the kill.
Fast start for Raynard there. She comes across her 3 rotations. She'll go back and serve now, which will force her to play across the back row for 3 rotations, but a great start there with 4 kills.
The senior Michaela Raynard serves it away for the Jeeps. Chamberlain to the outside for Woodward, who comes away with the kill.
Can't get over how deep Wheelersburg is, and just in terms of their size and length and athleticism. I think we're going to have a change there. I didn't see maybe a net violation there.
So it'll be 9-8 Wheelersburg. Raynard serves it away. Another deep serve by the Jeeps. Tight to the net. Brooklyn Miller a free ball. Diving effort by Claxton to keep it alive. Off the net, Schubert back over to the Pirates now. Chamberlain on the second touch, sticks it in. A crafty play by the junior setter.
So good. Give Gleam there a lot of credit. Nice low pass on target. The defense was scrambling. Chamberlain sensed it and just dumped it right over in the hole. Well done.
Lakin Hall serves it away for the Pirates. Tied to the net, Kessler sets it up right down the middle as Hamilton sends it over the back line. 11-8 Pirates.
Yeah, just middle hitter and setter on the same page. Kessler was expecting her to come on top of her a little bit, get a little quicker. Hamilton was a little late to get there, and as a result, hit it long.
Second touch by Kessler. Schubert tips it over with the right hand. Now Chamberlain right down the middle for Miller. Back to the Pirates now for Woodward. A big swing as she sails it over the right line.
I like the aggressive approach on both sides. We have had a lot of errors, and again, some of that is just the talent of the opponent forcing you to play a little faster and out of rhythm. Some of it could certainly be just settling into the match.
Gleam brings it to the near side for Woodward. Dig in the back row by Claxton. Now Raynard from the attack line. A roll shot and she'll get the kill. Jeeps are within one.
Yeah, Raynard out of the back row there. Nice swing, finds the hole. And
second serve from Lauren Colton back goes into the net. Lead back up to 2 for the Pirates.
yeah, forced service there. And, I know I've said a couple times settling into the match, but keep in mind within 6 rotation, there's some kids that maybe are just getting to serve for the first time or just getting to put their hands or take a swing for the first time.
Kessler goes to the outside with Schubert down the line, sticks it in the back row for the kill.
Yeah, well done. A little bit undersized in terms of a lot of outside hitters, but really gets off the floor well. That set was off the net, giving Schubert a little room to operate. Gets the kill.
Now Annie Claxton back to the service line. She leads the Jeeps with aces on the season with 38.
Yeah, that time Perkins returns to the front row, and that's just where you got to get on that right shoulder. She gets the open net. It's not going to end well for you.
Grace Woodward serves it away. An overpass by the Jeeps. Gracie Perkins sends it right back. 14-11 Wheelersburg.
Again, a great example where to go up with 2 hands. Some people get really kind of weak and tentative on that. She knows exactly what she wants to do with it and finds the opening.
Kessler goes right down the middle, tipped over by Crum with the left hand for the kill.
Outstanding adjustment from Crum there. Again, expecting something just a little bit different. Athletic adjustment in midair and was able to dump it in the hole.
Schubert serves it away. Chamberlain right down the middle for Perkins. A big swing. She's blocked at the net. Now to the outside for Mullins, dug up by Claxton in the back row. On the attack, Michaela Rayner down the line, blocked at the net by Gracie Perkins, her 55th of the year.
Now that was about as good a defense as you'll see in a volley around the area. You see Crum there in the middle get a block and play, and then you see a big-time swing, and Claxton, one of the best defenders in the back, are digging it up, and then Perkins on the other side of the block. Just great defense on both sides.
Perkins leads the Pirates in kills on the season. Roll shot from Raynard back to the Pirates. Right down the middle for Perkins. Dug up by Kessler. Back to the Pirates now. Chamberlain on the second touch, Shane. The second time we've seen her do that tonight.
Well, and again, it was a similar situation where, again, give the libero, Miley Gleam, credit for the low pass. It's when you see the defense scrambling, that hole opens up.
Tied to the net. Kessler back over on the second touch. Back-to-back points. Scored by the setter, Shane.
Yeah, that time Kessler, as they say, is live in the front row, meaning when she's in the front row, she can get up over the net and play that ball, and she does so well and dumps it in for the kill.
Chamberlain comes to the outside for Mullins, who sends it over the back line.
Some of the hitting errors starting to add up on the Pirates here, and it's kind of kept things close here in the opening set.
Kessler serves it away as the Jeeps trail by 2. Chamberlain down the middle for Perkins. Dig in the back row by Horner. Now Rayner down the line, a dig in the back row by Gleam. Alyssa Mullins on the attack. And she's unable to stick it inside the left line. That'll bring the Jeeps within 1.
Right idea, just missed it. Line judge coming all the way down the line, right on it. Big point there.
Perkins over on the free ball for the Pirates. Kessler right down the middle. Will be called for a net violation.
Yeah, just got a little tight on her. She tried to go up and keep it on her side, and just the right shoulder, I think, caught the net there a little bit.
Live crowd tonight here in South Webster. SOC 3 title on the line. Kessler back setting for Crum. Blocked at the net. Pirates lead by 3. Timeout South Webster. Shane, early thoughts here in the first set.
Well, it's really good volleyball back and forth. You have incredible libero play on both sides of Claxton and Gleam. You have incredible 5-1 setters there, as I said in the opening with Kessler and Chamberlain. You're seeing all kinds of athleticism. You know, there has been 4 service errors for South Webster, but in fairness to them, they have been trying to serve it deep and try to see if they can't get them out of rhythm just a little bit. It's really kind of been a mixture. Wheelersburg's had about 4 or 5 hitting errors. It's kind of offset some of the service errors on the one side. So here you are at 18-15, and it's anybody's set. But this is an opportunity for Wheelersburg here on the road to come out and get the early advantage here. If you're South Webster, it starts with a pass. If you can attack and get on the kill, you can cut it to 2, and you're certainly right there still here in the opening set.
18-15, Pirates lead after the South Webster timeout. Miley Gleam will be back to the service line for the Pirates. Junior libero serves it away. Kessler back sets for Crum over with the left hand. A dig in the back row by Woodward. Pirates on the attack now with Laney Walker. A dig from Horner in the back row for the Jeeps. Now Raynard with the kill down the line. Jeeps back within 2.
Big time first set here for Michaela Rayner. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kills on my stat sheet unofficially out of the 16 points for the Jeeps.
Leads the Jeeps with 2:53 coming into tonight. 3.9% on the year for the senior. Pirates now back on the attack with Brooklyn Miller. A big swing down the middle. Pirates back in front by 3.
Big time swing from the junior. That's outstanding setter play. We just talked about it on the other side there, where you go up tight to the net. You not only stay out of the net, but then you put it right on your hitter in rhythm for the big swing.
Alyssa Mullins serves it away for the Pirates and gets the ace. Wheelersburg the first to 20 here in set 1.
Also the first ace of the match, and comes at a pretty opportunistic time there for the Pirates.
Mullins with now 44 aces on the season. Shane, she leads the Pirates in that category. Kessler to Raynard. On the outside, a dig in the back row by Mullins. Pushed over with 2 hands by Laney Walker into the back row, gets the kill.
Yeah, good vision from Walker. And again, give, I believe it was Miller, credit. Just getting up there, getting a touch there on Raynard's swing on the outside just makes it so much easier on the back row.
3rd consecutive serve for Mullins now. Another ace. Make it 45 on the season for the sophomore. Timeout, South Webster.
Dewey, did you mention Mullins leads them in aces there? Again, nice, tall, athletic young lady gets up there and hits it with a little bit of action. You can really see some of the action there, the way the back row reacts. Sometimes if you get a chance to watch that from the end line, you get a true understanding of what the passer sees. But I could certainly see where that particular serve has been a high risk reward, resulting in a lot of those aces you're referencing.
22-16, second timeout of the set for head coach Darcy Claxon. And the South Webster Jeeps coming out of the timeout, they trail by 6 as the sophomore Alyssa Mullins remains at the service line for Wheelersburg. Mullins serves it away. And another ace for the sophomore. 4 serves, 3 aces now, 46 on the season for Mullins.
Yeah, finding a spot there a little bit deep that they're able to pick on just a little bit and kind of cutting a couple of the defenders there, putting some pressure on their communication. Going to have a sub there in the back row. Sometimes that's just to try to ice the server when you don't have another timeout.
Kessler back over on the free ball for the Jeeps. Chamberlain down the middle. Laney Walker unable to keep it between the lines. Now a 6-point lead for the Pirates.
Missed opportunity for Wheelersburg because it wasn't an ace, but it was basically a tough enough serve to get him a free ball back, and they just didn't quite get in rhythm and get on the attack.
Michaela Raynard serves it away for South Webster. Chamberlain to the outside for Grace Woodward. A dig from Claxon in the back line. Free ball back over by South Webster now. Chamberlain right down the middle for Walker. It's sent back to the Pirates. Mullins sends it over on the roll shot. Kessler to the outside for Schubert. Diving effort by Woodward to keep it alive. Pushed over with 2 hands by Brooklyn Miller. As the junior gets the kill. Set point coming up for Wheelersburg.
You just can't appreciate Wheelersburg's length and athleticism on film. You know, I've had a chance to study them a little bit this year and watch them, but man, in person, first of all, we have an incredible seat up here at this location, but man, they're athletic.
Lakin Hall serves it away for the Pirates. Lakin McGraw sends it back over to Wheelersburg now. Off the net, Grace Woodward, a big swing.
Couldn't tell who got it there at the net. Might have been Hamilton.
So the senior Lauren Colton back to the service line for South Webster. Set point for the Pirates. Chamberlain right down the middle at the net. A big swing by Brooklyn Miller. Jeeps keep it alive. From the attack line, Michaela Rayner to dig in the back row by Gleam. Roll shot from Grace Woodward as the Pirates take set 1, 25-18. We'll take a quick break. Set 2 coming up in a little under 3 minutes. You're watching Ohio High School Volleyball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to talk to you about our express service that we offer at every Glockner location. Did you know that you don't need an appointment if you need a routine service done to your vehicle? All you have to do is show up. No appointment necessary. Stop by and let us serve you at any Glockner location today.
Richer. Countless nights in the garage. 8 shiny new pistons. 1 very happy 16-year-old granddaughter. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at Ohio Health.
We welcome you back to South Webster High School's The Pirates take set 1 in tonight's SOC3 title match. Shane, an impressive and dominant first set for Wheelersburg.
It really was, and they were able to do it in a variety of ways. Early on, it was their pace of play, their quickness. They were able to use some size and athleticism at the net. Chamberlain dishing it out across the net. Equal opportunities for a hitter. I believe there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different Lady Pirates with a kill there in that opening set, and then South Webster was able to stay tough and led by Michaela Raynard, who had 6 kills in the opening set. But then right when South Webster had shown signs of cutting back into it, it was Alyssa Mullins who went back to the line there, and the serve kind of ended up taking the set over and kind of pushing Wheelersburg out to that 25-18 win.
So set 2 coming up. Rowdy crowd tonight here in the Darcy Dome. Both student sections fill it out.
Yeah, Wheelersburg's pep section was down here spread out across on that break, getting people out of their seats. It's a great atmosphere. You always love to see the students on both sides involved. Just a really, really good energy in the gym this evening.
So it'll be South Webster to begin the second set with the junior libero, Addie Claxon. Tight serve from Claxon to begin the set. Chamberlain to the outside for Woodward. Jeeps keep it alive. Kessler right down the middle for Crum as she bats it over with the left hand. Now Perk on the attack. Now Kessler back to the outside for Schubert as she's blocked at the net. As it flies out of bounds, Shane unable to get the hands turned inside.
Yeah, good swing. Schubert's much better when that ball's a little loose off of the net, where she's able to kind of get a little bit of an angle. Makes it so difficult for the block to turn in.
Perkins over from the attack line. Free ball for the Jeeps now as Crum sends it over with the left. Chamberlain right down the middle for Perkins. So a violation on South Webster. Shane not familiar with the hand signal.
Well, I thought he just put the number up. Usually he'll put the number up. Thought he put in
potentially underneath the half-court line. Nonetheless, it's tied up 1-1 as Mia Crum blocked at the net by the 6'1 senior Gracie Perkins.
Great understanding of scouting report. As we said, there's not a lot of secrets in a matchup like this where you know each other so well. You got the lefty there in the middle. You got to get on the left shoulder, and Gracie certainly did a great job of that.
Grace Woodward serves it away for the Pirates. Down the middle, Mia Crum. A dig from Miller now. Perkins on the attack with the kill.
Double block was there, unable to get the hands extended out over the net. That's what her coach is telling her there. The hands got a little lazy, and that left opportunity to sneak it down through the block for the kill.
Woodward remains at the service line for the Pirates. Second touch by Kessler. Roll shot from away by Schubert. Now Perkins over with the right hand. Second touch by Claxon. Schubert on the attack, blocked by Perkins at the net. Schubert gives it another go, this time just able to sneak it over the net. To the outside now, Mullins back over with the right hand, a dig in the back row for South Webster. From the attack line, Michaela Raynard back over to the Pirates as the rally continues. Alyssa Mullins a swing down the line, back to the Jeeps now. Schubert tight to the net, blocked as Addie Claxon keeps it alive for South Webster. Back to the Pirates now, Chamberlain to Perkins as she sneaks it over with the right hand. And gets the kill.
Just outstanding volleyball both ways. I mean, there's about 4 or 5 times where I'm guessing against half of their schedule on both sides, you probably would have had a point. But these two teams just refusing to let the ball hit the floor. Fun to watch.
Kessler goes to the outside with Schubert as she sneaks it up over Gracie Perkins for the kill.
You know, again, the size of Schubert off the net there gives her a little bit of creative shot making and just allows her to see the floor a little bit. That's been some of their best success on the outside.
Bria Schubert serves it away for the Jeeps. Chamberlain right down the middle for Perkins with a dominant swing. 5-2, Wheelersburg.
Yeah, good quick action in the middle. Great understanding, great chemistry of the 5-1 setter Chamberlain to her big-time middle hitter Gracie Perkins.
280 kills coming into tonight for Perkins, averaging 4.1%, leads the Pirates in the category. From the attack line, a roll shot from Mullins. The Jeeps whistled for a violation. That'll push the lead for the Pirates up to 4.
Yeah, again, Wheelersburg out to that 6-2 advantage. South Webster want to be careful not to let it get away here early.
Kessler back sets right down the middle for Mia Crum with the kill.
I love that tempo, and again, because of the talent of Kessler, you can do some creative things like that. I like honestly, I like Crum coming in behind there. It puts a little bit more pressure on Perkins to get on that left hand.
Kessler serves it away. Overpass on the serve received by Miley Gleam. Jeeps on the attack now. A block at the net by Perkins. Back to South Webster now. From off the net, McGraw back over to the Pirates. Down the middle for Perkins. Nobody home.
Great coverage from Addie Claxton, the outstanding libero from South Webster. What I mean by coverage is, Dewey, when they go up for the block, and the block in play, that ball falls down, you'll see the coverage in underneath popping that ball up, and Addie Claxton does a great job of it.
Kessler serves it away for South Webster. From the attack line, a big swing by Mullins, who comes away with the kill.
Yeah, great effort. Just such a 1-2 punch. Perkins will rotate out now to the bench as she finishes her 3 rotations. But when you get Perkins up there in the front, you have Alyssa Mullins out here on the outside. That's quite a 1-2 punch.
Miley Gleam serves it away for the Pirates. Kessler to Raynard on the outside. An overpass from Miley Gleam kept alive by Kinley Horner in the back row for South Webster. Another free ball for the Pirates now. Kessler right down the middle for Mia Crum into the net and back to the Jeeps. 8-4 Wheelersburg.
Yeah, I think he signaled the 4 there coming out of the middle. Had an opportunity and just off a little bit. Hits the tape there and goes flying out of bounds.
Gleam back to serve. Kessler to the outside, a roll shot from Raynard, who sticks it in for the kill.
Yeah, pass off the net a little bit out to the 10-foot line. Kessler does a good job of going and just pushing it outside to Raynard, and she adjusts well off the net there and rolls it in for the kill.
Mia Crum back to the service line. Chamberlain down the middle for Brooklyn Miller with the kill. 4-point advantage for the Pirates here in set 2.
Yeah, so deep. I mean, obviously Gracie Perkins statistically is going to put up quite some numbers there by season end, but this is a team that's very deep across the front row.
Kessler tight to the net, sets it up as the Pirates keep it alive. Free ball back over to South Webster now. Chamberlain goes to the outside with Woodward, digging the back row by Claxton. Kessler back to the outside with Raynard. A nice dig by Gleam, back to the Jeeps now.
That's a good call. Chamberlain tried to get away with it. See, again, Chamberlain coming out of the back row is unable to attack that ball above the net. So the ball was tight. She tried to get away with it, but that's just good officiating, understanding that the 5-1 setter coming out of the back row there.
Chamberlain keeps it in the middle of the floor as it's blocked at the net. Brooklyn Miller on the swing. The ball goes flying out of bounds. So back to a 4-point advantage for Wheelersburg. Lakin Hall back to the service line for the Pirates. Kessler across the floor to Schubert, who pokes it over with the right hand. Down the middle with Woodward as Claxton hits the deck to keep it alive. A free ball back over by South Webster now. Chamberlain over on the second touch, a diving effort from Claxton. Kessler back to Schubert as it's blocked. The Pirates able to keep it alive. Chamberlain to the outside for Woodward, who gets the kill.
Yeah, just tools the block on the outside. That's where I love pushing the ball outside. It makes so much pressure on the block. I think sometimes the outside hitters start cheating up the net too much. Get outside and trust your setter to push it out there to you.
Timeout for South Webster. Currently trailing by 5 here in set 2 as Wheelersburg leads the match 1-0.
I think that's where South Webster's had the most success on the other side, is when they've been able to push the ball outside, and when the size is there, maybe even off the net a touch, to allow them a little bit of an angle and a little bit of creative shot making. You start pushing that ball toward the, up the net or down, toward the middle a little bit. Now all of a sudden you're letting the likes of Perkins and Miller and Woodward and Mullins and all of that size get to the ball a little easier.
And Shane, we talked about the last matchup between these two teams, talking about how South Webster on the road got out to a 2-1 advantage. It seems this time around it's Wheelersburg getting off to that hot start.
Well, and again, they've done so with balance. They've been able to spread the ball around the net, give a lot of credit to their, again, Chamberlain, able to read the defense and spread it out a little bit. And, Gleam and the defense has been certainly really, really good in the back row as well.
Lakin Hall back to serve for Wheelersburg. Second touch by Kessler from the attack line. It's Schubert back over to the Pirates. Chamberlain goes to Woodward on the outside. A big swing down the line. 12-6 Pirates.
Again, South Webster's serve receive just a little bit off, and it's forcing the setter to chase a little bit, and they're not able to push that ball outside. Again, I think hitters got to trust that the setter will get it there and get a little bit more spread in the rotation.
Another tight serve from Hall. Flies over the back line. That'll hand it back over to South Webster, trailing by 5.
I believe that's the first service error from the teams here in the second set. In the first set, South Webster had made 4 mistakes, with Wheelersburg having 3 aces.
Chamberlain takes it to the outside. A tight roll shot by Grace Woodward to get the kill.
Woodward enjoying a nice trip across the front row here. That's her 3rd kill in this second set, 4th overall in the match.
Gracie Perkins checks back in for Gleam. Shane, guess who? Or check that, it was Brooklyn Miller on the ace for the Pirates as they lead by 7. Thought we may have had another Alyssa Mullins ace, Shane. Tied to the net, Kessler. Sets it up for Kennedy Hamilton, who comes away with, Shane, I believe, her first kill of the night.
It was, and I thought Perkins got away with a little bit with the interference there. I think that's what the captain's coming over here, Michaela Rayner, talking about.
It looked like after the set by Kessler, as you're getting to, Perkins may have touched it prior to the swing by Hamilton.
Yeah, on your side of the net, if you feel like the setter is making a legitimate, a lot of times that middle hitter gets a little anxious, gets over top there.
An ace for Addie Claxon. As we've mentioned, she leads the Jeeps in the category.
South Webster's first ace of the night.
Oh, it's her first of the night.
I believe it's her first of the night. Maybe you might be right on that. I might have missed that one.
(14-10) lead now for the Pirates. Is Addie Claxon beginning to catch fire from the service line? Perkins over with 2 hands, back to South Webster now. Kessler right down the middle for Mia Crum, another kill for the senior.
Claxton serving, really kind of starting to flip the set here a little bit. It was, 14-7 when she went back to serve, and starting to put a lot of pressure on the serve receive of Wheelersburg.
Chamberlain to the outside. Gracie Perkins, a big swing. Kessler into the stands, keeps it alive as Rayner gets it over on the free ball. Perkins, another big swing, sent back by the Jeeps. And they're going to rule no touch, so it'll be 4 touches for the Pirates and cut the lead for South Webster. Check that, cut the lead for Wheelersburg down to 2. Timeout, Pirates.
That's just outstanding effort defensively from South Webster. First it was Claxton with the dig, and then you see Kessler coming all the way here to the outside, being able to knock it back on their side and then get it over so they can play on. Again, it's that extra effort, keep the ball off the floor, and it allows you to stay in the point. And that time they're able to win it, cut it to 2, 14-12.
First time out through 1.5 sets for Kelsey Glockner and the Wheelersburg Pirates. Still in front by a 2-point advantage. Leading the match 1-0.
Yeah, I like the timeout while you're still ahead here. You have a hot server back on the line. She's had some aces, and she's made it tough on your serve receive. You just kind of refocus here. You have Perkins in the front row, so you feel like if you get a pass on target, you have an opportunity to give her a big swing.
The two top teams in the SOC3 battling it out for the league title. Chamberlain sets it up for Mullins from the back row with the kill.
That's interesting because I mean they kind of went like that was the plan out of the huddle. They had sent Perkins hard. The block ended up going with her, and Mullins gets a free swing out of the back row.
Kessler goes to the opposite side of the floor. It's Schubert who's blocked at the net. Now out of the back row, a roll shot from Raynard. Overpass by the Pirates. It looks like we may have a net violation on the Jeeps.
This is a serve that had really given South Webster fits in that first set.
Kessler right down the middle for Crum, who sails it over the back line. 5-point advantage for the Pirates as Darcy Claxon takes another timeout.
Again, with the lefty there in the middle, it's kind of a unique look, and they usually have really good chemistry together. I think right now Wheelersburg's size is really giving them some fits. I kind of like when she comes in behind the setter, kind of puts a little bit more pressure on the block. See what kind of adjustment South Webster is able to make there. They had the momentum back in their favor at 14-12, but then you come out of the huddle and Wheelersburg wins 3 straight points to force the timeout.
A dominant set 1 win for the Pirates, currently out in front by 5 here in set 2. Both teams drawing the number 1 overall seed in their respective divisions. Grace Woodward remains at the service line for Wheelersburg. She serves it away. Kessler down the middle. Crum blocked at the net by Perkins. Continues to have a dominant night at the net.
Well, doing it both as an attacker and here as a defender.
Second touch by Kessler to the outside for Schubert. She gets caught up in the net. Now a 19-12 lead.
Just like a shot blocker in basketball, they not only block the 3 or 4 shots in a game, they probably change another 5 or 6. And I think that's a little bit what you see there at the net, just her presence.
Kessler back to Schubert on the outside. Gets it past Perkins and keeps it between the lines.
Again, that's the ball I really like. Push her outside, get her off the net, give her a little room to operate. That's a long way for the block to get out there, particularly the middle block.
Schubert serves it away for the Jeeps. Chamberlain right down the middle for Perkins. It looks like Kessler may be called for a carry.
Well, and I think that's the tough thing people are adjusting to. They've kind of, and I'll be honest, I'm as confused as anybody. They've kind of decided they're going to let just about anything go this year. So when you do kind of see one, you're not sure how to react, and that's kind of what I think Addie Claxon was running over to ask there.
So for the second consecutive set, the Pirates the first to 20. Back set for Crum. The Jeeps are called for another net violation.
I do like that action there. They just got in the net. They had an open net opportunity. I think that's where the success is at for them out of the middle.
Kessler to the outside. Pirates keep it alive on the attack now with Laney Walker. Kessler now to Rayner down the line, blocked at the net by Perkins.
Yeah, Perkins was there. Give Laney Walker an assist as well. I know she had 2 hands up there as well.
Ella Chamberlain serves it away for the Pirates. From the attack line, a roll shot from Raynard. It looks like it may have caught a piece of the antenna.
Yeah, the far line judge signaled that, and man, all of a sudden 23-13, all Wheelersburg here.
14-12 at 1 point, Shane. Jeeps looking to answer back. Free ball over by Raynard. Second touch by Perkins with a big swing down the lane. 24-13 Pirates.
Well, it's crazy how quick the momentum can switch. Like you said, it looked like South Webster had found something back to 14-12, and then Wheelersburg just ended up taking off and set point.
Kessler over on the second touch now. Chamberlain back sets to the far side, kept alive by the Jeeps. Raynard over with two hands as a dig from Perkins keeps it alive. Mullins tips it over with the right hand. Kessler down the middle for Crum, dig in the back row. Back to the Pirates now. Free ball over by Walker. Kessler sets it up for Crum, who gets the big kill.
Yeah, as they get into the third set here, it's something with Crum they're going to have to look at in the middle. You know, the height advantage of Wheelersburg there in the middle, just being able to move her slightly up and down the net to get her some angles to play with, because obviously Mia Crum's their go-to there, and they've got to get her going.
Sydney Kessler back to the service line for the Jeeps. Match point for the Pirates. Chamberlain keeps it in the middle with Walker. Free ball back over by Kessler. Chamberlain down the middle for Perkins as the Pirates take set two.
Great pass on target, nice low set. Perkins and Chamberlain, perfect chemistry. All Wheelersburg there in that second set to go up 2-0.
2-0 match lead for the Pirates as we head to set three. We'll take a break. You're watching Ohio High School Volleyball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
Look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par-Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par-Mar has it. Download the Par-Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par-Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
We welcome you back to South Webster High School. Dewey Daly along with Shane Combs bringing you tonight's coverage of Ohio High School Volleyball. Shane, back-to-back dominant set wins for Wheelersburg. South Webster going to have to answer in a big way here in set three.
They really are, and I thought where South Webster had the most success is when they were able to use some tough serving and some different things to get Wheelersburg out of rhythm. Wheelersburg coming with such a great balance across the net. Perkins with 7 kills. Chamberlain's had a couple dumps over for a couple of kills. Walker had a kill. Woodward with 4 kills. Brooklyn Miller with 3 kills. Alyssa Mullins with 4 kills. So again, it's coming. Obviously, Perkins leads the way, but this Wheelersburg team's so balanced up and down the net at all 6 spots of the rotation. The way you counter that, if you're South Webster, is play with a little pace. Serve difficult, get them out of the rhythm a little bit, see if you can get some aces, see if you can get some free balls, and again, move Crum around a little bit, push the outside hitter out there. Raynard in the first set had great success out there with 6 kills, but only had 1 there in the second set. So that's something they got to try to get back to.
.2-0 match lead for the Pirates. Jeeps are yet to reach 20 in the match tonight. Set 3 will begin with Wheelersburg. 5'10" junior Grace Woodward back to the service line for the Pirates. Set 3 underway.
Oh, you know, it's just first serve. Nice opportunity for the Jeeps to play out in front here.
Down the middle, Perkins. A big swing kept alive by South Webster. Now Crum over with the left hand. Chamberlain right back to Perkins to the back right corner. A nice dig by Colton Bach to keep it alive. On the attack, Michaela Raynard. It looks like, Shane, we may have had a tip.
Yeah, had a touch
give the
there.
point to South Webster.
Now we got a question there. That would have been Raynard on the outside, correct?
So as it stands, a kill for Michaela Raynard would make it a 2-0 lead for the Jeeps. It looks like that will stand. So 2-0 for South Webster. Another serve by Bria Schubert. Chamberlain for Perkins as Claxton hits the deck to keep it alive. Overpass sent right back down by Gracie Perkins.
Yeah, good hustle there from Claxton to keep it off the floor. Just couldn't quite pop it up enough for South Webster to be able to keep it on their side.
Chamberlain, a tight serve into the net. A 2-point advantage now early in set 3 for the Jeeps.
2 early service errors for Wheelersburg here in the third set.
Now Sydney Kessler to serve. Chamberlain keeps it on the outside for Perkins. Another kill for the senior.
Just great vision. Yeah, so, obviously being 6'1" doesn't hurt, but being so athletic and having the court vision.
Miley Gleam to the service line for the Pirates. Kessler to Raynard on the outside. Pirates send it back over. Kessler back to Mia Crum with the kill.
Yeah, great effort there from South Webster. Coming at him quick. When Kessler's here in the back row, you're going to have 3 hitters coming at all times for South Webster and an opportunity to keep Wheelersburg's block off balance.
From the attack line, it's Mullins with the roll shot and the kill. Pirates back to within 1.
Can't say enough how impressed I am with Mullins, just a sophomore, and her all-around ability and some of the different things she can do for Wheelersburg.
Alyssa Mullins serves it away for the Pirates. Kessler to Raynard on the outside. Nearly has the kill as a free ball is sent back over by the Pirates. Kessler right down the middle for Kennedy Hamilton, who comes away with the kill.
Again, that's what I'm referencing there. South Webster can get 3 hitters going hard to the net. It just kind of freezes the block and gives the hitters a few more one-on-one opportunities to offset the size of Wheelersburg.
From the attack line, it's Mullins with the big swing, kept alive by South Webster. In the back row, a roll shot by the Jeeps. Now Chamberlain back to Woodward on the outside with the kill.
Fifth kill of the night for Woodward. Another outstanding weapon at the net, hitting strong side.
Brooklyn Miller serves it away, nearly has the ace as Claxton hits the deck to keep it alive. Chamberlain hitting it up in the air. So it looks like it'll be the 4th touch on the Pirates.
I think Wheelersburg thought they had more opportunity there, not knowing it wasn't touched. Ella coming over there just to make sure she understands. Gets the explanation from the up official.
So now Lauren Colton-Bach serves it away with a 2-point lead. Chamberlain right down the middle for Brooklyn Miller with a big swing.
Miller, the junior middle hitter, does a good job of going and getting on top of the setter, you'll hear people say, going to the setter, and allows that quick action. It makes it almost impossible for the block to get there in time.
Following the kill, Brooklyn Miller back to the service line. Tight to the net, Kessler sets it up for Hamilton. Unable to get a strong touch on the ball. And that'll even it up at 6 apiece.
after a good start for South Webster. Wheelersburg back even 6-6. I feel like this is a big point even this early in the set for South Webster.
Extremely tight serve by Brooklyn Miller as she comes away with the ace.
That's a rule that people have mixed emotions about. You obviously it hits that top of the net, but as a defender, you just got to be ready for it.
Kessler goes to the outside for Schubert down the line with the kill.
There it is. I hate to keep harping on it, but when they're able to push it all the way outside and get out there wide, it just makes it so hard for the block to get there. And that's a particular part of the defense of Wheelersburg that they can attack.
Deadlocked at 7. Addie Claxton serves it away for South Webster. Chamberlain to Perkins with the left hand. A crafty play by the 6'1 senior to give the Pirates a 1-point lead.
Well, not quite the way they draw it up. She'd probably assume swing with her right hand, but that was an athletic adjustment with the left hand to be able to tip it in for the kill.
Woodward now back to the line for the Pirates. Kessler to the outside with Schubert, another kill.
Schubert really coming on back-to-back kills. That's 6 on the night, and they've all been out there wide with her getting a chance off the net to swing.
Second touch by Chamberlain from the attack line. It's Mullins into the net, and the Jeeps are back out in front by 1. (9-8) our score here in set 3. Serve from Schubert coming in. Chamberlain down the middle for Perkins. A nice dig from Claxton in the back row. Now Raynard with the right hand, blocked by Perkins. Perkins back over with 2 hands. Coltenbach trying to keep it alive, but unable to keep it between the lines as Perkins gets another kill.
Again, what happens when Perkins is in the front row, and really 2 or 3 different Lady Pirates, is the size. When that ball's set tight to the net, she's becoming a factor on the overpass.
Chamberlain, a tight serve that falls into the net. The Jeeps are the first to double digits here in set 3.
Third service error of this third set for Wheelersburg.
And Shane, that was something we saw really hurt South Webster in the first set. Now it's seeming to catch up with the Pirates here in the third. Gracie Perkins down the middle, a big swing, knotted up at 10.
Yeah, good call on your part, because back in that first set, I looked at my sheet here, I believe it was 4 service errors for South Webster, and they just seemed like they had come at a time where it really ended up swinging the momentum Wheelersburg's way.
Miley Gleam serves it away for the Pirates. Kessler across the court to Rayner down the line as she's blocked at the net, and the Pirates are back out in front by 1.
Yeah, Lady Walker on the outside putting up the block there. Not sure if she got it or not, but she was certainly a factor in the hitting there.
Junior libero Miley Gleam serves it away. Back sent to the outside for Crum. A dig by Walker to keep it alive. Chamberlain down the middle for Brooklyn Miller, who sends it into the net, and we're tied up at 11.
Again, some opportunities for South Webster here. They've just been unable to sustain momentum.
Serve from Mia Crum. Chamberlain to Mullins on the outside. Dig in the back row by Crum. Now Kessler to Rayner down the line with the kill.
Big time swing from the senior, averages 4 kills per set. Getting a swing on the outside there.
Chamberlain sets it up for Miller down the middle. Now Raynard from the attack line, a roll shot back to the Pirates. Chamberlain to Mullins with the kill.
Yeah, just a great job of going at all spots of the net. You know, one of the hardest things in sports to get kids to do is go hard when they know they're not getting it, but they go and they draw the attention, which gives a teammate a free opportunity. Good stuff.
Mullins serves it away for the Pirates. Kessler to Raynard on the outside, a dig in the back row by Gleam. Chamberlain to the outside with Grace Woodward as Horner keeps it alive. Free ball back to the Pirates now. Chamberlain Sent back over by Walker. Now Kessler back setting to the outside. Another free ball by the Pirates now. Kessler to Raynard. On the outside, dug up in the back row by Gleam. Chamberlain over on the second touch. Jeeps now on the attack with Raynard. Blocked at the net. And Raynard sends it over with 2 hands. Back setting to the outside with Walker. A dig from Claxton. Back over to the Pirates now. Free ball over by Woodward. Diving effort from Claxton as she's unable to keep it in the air.
Yeah, the reason I laugh is you have 2 really good volleyball teams playing some high-level volleyball back and forth, good hustle plays, good volleyball plays, and then you see it in like that. It's just kind of makes you chuckle.
Kessler back setting, blocked at the net. And the Pirates have a 2-point advantage here in set 3.
Yeah, I think Woodward and Miller were there together on the block.
Mullins serves it away for the Pirates. Second touch by Kessler from the back row. A free ball by Addie Claxton. Chamberlain to the outside with Woodward, who gets the kill.
Yeah, 15-12 danger time. I like the time out there. You certainly just can't let it go any further. You played pretty well at early spots in this third set, but Wheelersburg threatening to grab control right around the time where they did so in the first 2 sets.
First time out for Darcy Claxton and the South Webster Jeeps. Now the largest lead of the third set for Wheelersburg.
Yeah, there's been about, looking at my sheet here, about 3 opportunities for South Webster to try to extend past just a 1-point advantage and maybe get a little bit of momentum, get a little bit of that crowd and the little student section over there into the match. And you can really see, even though Wheelersburg only has the 1 senior, we talked about it in the opening, right? They're a team that's been there, done that. And you can kind of see a little bit of that maturity here on the road, just their ability to withstand a little bit of the emotion and stay focused on what they're doing.
And Shane, that 12-point threshold seemed a little bit tricky for South Webster in the previous set. They cut it down to, I believe, 14-12, and then Wheelersburg went on that big run that eventually allowed them to pick up the win.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Back in that second set, it was 14-12, and then all of a sudden you looked up about a minute or 2 later and it was 20-13, and they were off and running.
So a 3-point advantage for the Pirates here in set 3. Overpass by the Pirates, back over to the Jeeps now. Raynard down the line. She sails it over the the service line of the Pirates. Extremely close call. That'll extend the lead for Wheelersburg up to 4.
High-level defense from Miley Gleam. She's been really good tonight.
Back sent to Raynard, a roll shot down the line. Dug up in the back row by Gleam. On the attack, it's Brooklyn Miller with another kill.
Yeah, sometimes you just take greatness for granted. Like Gleam's really been good back here tonight, just keeping the ball off the floor. And it's not just the digs, it's the ability to dig it on target to her setter, Chamberlain.
Mullins serves it away, sticks it in for the ace. The Pirates' ace leader continues to dominate from the service line here tonight.
I believe that's Wheelersburg's 6th overall, and I think that's Mullins' 4th, if I'm not mistaken.
So Mullins to serve with a 6-point lead. Second touch by Kessler, sent over with the left hand by Raynard. Chamberlain back sets. Swing from Walker, who gets the kill. Timeout, South Webster.
Just so many weapons. Very impressed with Wheelersburg tonight. The ability to play with pace. They trust their setter, Chamberlain. You see hitters getting off the net and going and getting ready to hit, knowing that Chamberlain is going to go get it no matter where it's at and give whoever's open an opportunity. It's Wheelersburg's kind of like that basketball team when you say who's the go-to, and they're like, well, it's the open person. Obviously I would label Perkins as the go-to there, those 3 rotations across the front, but make no mistake about it, this is a team that a big step they've made from last year, in my opinion, is the abilities for hitters 2 through 5 or 6 to even come on a little bit and make this a much more balanced attack.
Big thank you to Gabe Havens and the rest of the athletic department here at South Webster, providing us, Shane, with one of the better seats we've had this season.
It's unbelievable. I can't get over right at the 50-yard line here and nice and close to the floor.
Mullins serves it away and past the back line, so that'll hand it back to the Jeeps, who trail by 6.
Well, they certainly needed that. Wheelersburg's 4th service error of the set out of the 13 Jeeps points.
Serve from Michaela Raynard. Back-to-back service errors for both teams. And for the 3rd consecutive set, Shane, the Pirates are the first to 20.
Yeah, Wheelersburg now just going to push 5 to a championship. You can kind of see that they sense it a little bit just in their body language.
From the service line, it's Lincoln Hall for the 3rd consecutive service error. Now the Jeeps with another chance, trailing by 6. The senior Lauren Coltenbach back to the service line. Chamberlain back setting down the middle for Brooklyn Miller. Caught up in the net, the Jeeps are within 5.
But I was just going to say, now or never for South Webster. They do get back-to-back points after falling down 20-13 to cut it to 20-15.
Another serve from Coltenbach. Second touch by Chamberlain to the middle of the floor. From the attack line, it's Alyssa Mullins who just sneaks it in the back line for the kill.
What a weapon. Ball off the net. For most high school volleyball teams, that's a free ball, but when you have Mullins in the back row, you just send it up there high and let her go be athletic, and a nice swing finds a little bit of an opening in the very, very back of the defense there.
Schubert over on the free ball for South Webster. Chamberlain right down the middle for Perkins, who takes a bit off of it, and it's sent back over to the Pirates now. This time, Perkins full steam ahead for the kill.
That's just outstanding effort and conditioning from Perkins. So many times when a middle was involved in the first play, they stand and watch. Not with Gracie Perkins. She gets off the net, goes and gets ready to hit again, and then goes quick and gets the kill.
Brooklyn Miller serves it away and over the back line, so that'll hand it back to the Jeeps, who trail by 6. Not Wheelersburg's cleanest set at the service line, Shane.
6 errors is what I have them for.
At least in comparison to the first two. Extremely dominant at the service line. It's our Brock Netter with the assist to get the ball off the stage. Now Addie Claxton serves it away for the Jeeps, and she'll get the ace. So the Jeeps not going away yet, trailing 22-17 here in set 3. Chamberlain to the outside for Perkins with another kill.
And that's why you got to continue to serve tough. I know sometimes with the errors and so forth, it can make you let up a little bit, but when you have Perkins in the front row, you know if passes on target that you've got her coming at you, swinging away.
Grace Woodward back to the line for the Pirates. Nearly has the ace. A diving effort by Colton Bach to keep it alive. Schubert a roll shot from the attack line. Chamberlain right down the middle for Perkins. Kept alive by Addie Claxton. Now Schubert a bit off the net. Dug up by Perkins on the other side. Free ball over with 2 hands by Mullins. Down the middle, Crum. Blocked by Perkins. Match point coming up for the Pirates.
Yeah, Perkins really putting her stamp on this one here in the 3rd set as she returned to the front row, both offensively and defensively. Quite impressive from the senior.
Woodward serves it away. Pirates 1 point away from the SOC3 title. Second touch by Chamberlain. Mullins a roll shot, and she'll get the kill. And the Wheelersburg Pirates are SOC3 champions.
Complete and balanced are the words that come to my mind when you watch Wheelersburg tonight. You know, the 25-18, 25-14, and 25-17, just start to finish, very, very impressive.
A 3-set championship win for the Wheelersburg Pirates as they look to carry this momentum into the postseason. We'll step aside. Pirates are SOC3 champs. You've been watching Ohio High School Volleyball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to talk to you about our express service that we offer at every Glockner location. Did you know that you don't need an appointment if you need a routine service done to your vehicle? All you have to do is show up. No appointment necessary. Stop by and let us serve you at any Glockner location today.
Glow Fiber is now in Ohio. And with gig speed fiber internet, we're keeping things real. As in real reliable speeds. Real people who really want to talk to you. Not to mention, real simple pricing. Switch to Glow Fiber today to get real fast, real reliable fiber internet and your first month free. Glow Fiber is here. Welcome to Glow Ohio. Call 1-833-WANT-GLOW or visit glowfiber.com to switch today.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
Look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
If there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par Mar has it. Download the Par Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Caleb Williams has transferred to Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This burger's my inspiration, and I just hope to inspire you.
Oh, you have inspired us.
Thought we were doing names on the headband.
Get it together. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie and Son Trucking. Willie and Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie and Son Trucking each week at sosaohio.com.
We welcome you back to South Webster High School as Wheelersburg claims the outright league title in the SOC3 with a dominant 3-set win over South Webster as they head into the postseason. Still have one regular season match left for the Pirates as they're at Jackson this Thursday. They'll begin tournament play next Wednesday back at home against Meigs in a district quarterfinal.
Yeah, look at the stats here tonight. As I said, balance and complete are some of the words that come to my mind. I think statistically that'll kind of back that up. Gracie Perkins with 14 kills and 5 blocks. These are all unofficial, of course. Laney Walker with 2 kills. Grace Woodward with 6 kills. Brooklyn Miller with 5 kills. Alyssa Mullins with 8. Wheelersburg had 6 aces. They did have 7 service errors, but I thought they were serving tough and staying pretty aggressive. So, again, pretty complete. Obviously, Ella Chamberlain quarterbacking that all with probably over 35 assists if you look there in the 5-1 offense, with her doing the setting all the way through for them. And then obviously I didn't do the digs, but Miley Gleam obviously outstanding in the back row passing for them. On the other side for South Webster, they had their spurts where they were able to get different hitters going. It just they had a hard time getting some consistency up and down the net. Michaela Rayner got off to a great start there in that first set. She ended with 9 kills, but most of those were early. Bria Shumpert had 6 kills. Mia Crum, their outstanding senior, their the lefty there in the middle with 7 kills and 2 blocks. And then Kennedy Hamilton added a couple kills there out of the middle. And again, Sydney Kessler, I can't say enough about her, the junior 5-1 setter up in the upper 20s there in assist total. They did have 4 aces and 5 service errors, and obviously Addie Claxton is always outstanding in the back row for them. So, yeah, statistically kind of tells the story. I thought it was just the size and athleticism of Wheelersburg there at the net and their ability to spread it up and down to all their different hitters.
For South Webster, as it stands, a bit of a break for the Jeeps, not scheduled to be back in action until October 22nd. You would like to think there would be maybe a scrimmage thrown in there that's not officially on the record, just trying to stay fresh. As it stands, they've got 2 weeks until their next match on October 22nd, and they don't even know who they play quite yet, as it'll be a district semi against either it'll be at Wellston, and it will be against either Waterford or Portsmouth West.
Yeah, now I know both coaches would be ready to throw something at me if they hear me say this, but the fan in me, I start looking at this bracket, and from the level of volleyball I just watched here tonight, man, it's hard to imagine. And I know we play sports here for a reason. You play the game, like just ask Vandy and Alabama, right? That's why you play the game. But it's you look here, South Webster in the Division 6 bracket, heavy favorite to advance out to the district final, where I would predict they'll see an SVC opponent in Southeastern, who's a solid volleyball team led by last year's Player of the Year, Josie Logheed. And then you look down there in the bottom bracket, I know Nelsonville York's a heavy favorite in the Division 6, and again, those are the 2 teams that could very well head out there and face, and it would be South Webster would face an East District opponent if they head back there to that district championship, the regional semifinal there at Heath High School, and then they would send Nelsonville over to Heath High School to face the Central. But then you go to the Division 5, and I see the bracket, and I just see Wheelersburg as a big favorite. Obviously Adena as well. Now, if you go down to that bottom bracket, I think it gets real competitive with Huntington and Westfall and North Adams and Zane Trace. That could certainly be one that has some 4- and 5-set thrillers in it. But I just come away real impressed tonight with both teams, and I think Wheelersburg and South Webster are battle-tested. They've been there, done that on the big stage such as league play, but then they've been there, done that in terms of the big stage in the postseason. And I think that's really going to show up here in the next month. I really do.
More volleyball coverage coming your way this week. This Thursday, Shane, will be a handful of miles north up in Circleville as the Tigers and Fairfield Union meet up. It's not too often you play a league opponent 2 times in about 5 days, but it'll be 2 times in 4 days, as they had a postponed match rescheduled for yesterday, one in which Circleville won in straight sets 3-0. Now, obviously, both of those teams not in the same divisions as Wheelersburg or South Webster, but if you're a volleyball fan, do yourself a favor and tune into that one to check out Christian Thompson.
Well, I mean, just a special player. I said it earlier in the year when we had their coverage across the net. I just haven't seen anything like it, particularly throughout this area. And then, Circleville, the depth of their talent and their roster and their ability, they both are fighting a really talented Bloom Carroll opponent in that particular league as well. But keep in mind, in the postseason, Bloom Carroll ships off to the Central District, and that leaves the likes of Fairfield Union, Circleville, Logan Elm, some of those teams that we've covered throughout the year. I know Warren has a really nice team this year there in that division. So plenty of good volleyball. Make sure you stay tuned in to SOSA. That's what I love about the coverage that we're able to do, is we're able to spread out and see all of the different things in the SVC, the SOC, the Mid-State League, across the board, all around the Southeast District. It's just high-level volleyball. Obviously, most people have a league they follow, but then what SOSA allows is the opportunity just to turn into a volleyball fan and to come home and turn on an incredible match like tonight and just see great talent.
Football coverage coming up this Friday as well. One of the bigger rivalries a little further up north between Unioda and Zane Trace, and that will wrap up. No scheduled coverage of any district quarterfinal volleyball next week. Haven't really looked into the brackets a whole lot, so we could potentially see a volleyball live stream early next week with any of the district quarterfinals, but nothing scheduled as of just yet.
Yeah, excited to do plenty of volleyball moving forward. You mentioned the football there. That'll be a big matchup in the SVC. The winner goes a long way in at least securing probably a share of a league title. They'll need a little help from Paint Valley there in the final 2 weeks to maybe, if they were to lose, in terms of maybe getting a little help to maybe set up some sort of try or championship or so forth. But then, as you mentioned, volleyball, I think by the time we get to the district semifinal, district final for sure, we're going to have some really, really interesting matchups throughout the Southeast District in multiple divisions.
That'll wrap up our coverage of Ohio high school volleyball here tonight from South Webster as the Pirates take the SOC3 title outright in straight sets as they begin their charge towards the postseason. For Shane Combs and Dewey Daly, we say so long from the Darcy Dome here at South Webster High School. You've been watching Ohio High School Volleyball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.